Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's Thursday again and I haven't posted a video. I have been sorting my craft room and oh, it feels so much better. The karma, the chi has shifted and it feels amazing in here. I got rid of so much rubbish. Just paper that had just like little bits of paper and stuff and things that were just so old. Like obviously I didn't throw away anything worthy of keeping, excuse me, but yeah, just rubbish, the where, you know, packaging and things like that. But first off, before I start, I have got a few pieces I just want to show you. So first off, it was Stamp Society with Heidi Swap. And the new Stamp Society stamp set is, wow, look at that. Oh, stickets, tickets, tickets, tickets. I absolutely love it. And it came, well, it didn't came separately. You have to buy it separately. With a die set, which, oh, just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't wait to play with that. And then they had a sale on. And when you're with the Stamp Society, so you get a flat rate shipping and they have add-ons. So anything in the add-on you can add on and you will only ever pay $4 to the UK, which is brilliant. It doesn't matter how big the item is or how heavy, you will only pay $4. So I top up on the add-ons every month when the Stamp Societies comes out. And I got 2 Stop the Blur kits because these stamp sets were just shouting me. Obviously the labels and these ones as well are just absolutely love them. So I got those 2 Stop the Blur kits. I also have been so quickly, the next few videos are going to be specimen based, and I spent many days stamping and cutting out bugs and field labels and bigger bugs and stuff. So yeah, I literally sat down all weekend, got all my specimen stamps and bugs and butterflies and moths and everything, some paper, my ink pads, sat there, put a movie on and stamped, and then cut them all out. I loved it. I had the best time. I love cutting things out. I don't know why. I just absolutely loved it. And then I realised there's actually a die. Yeah, I don't know how long that pause, that silent pause, should go on for. There's a die. I love cutting, so I'm not mad, but there's a die. So I now have that. And I also have the new Art by Marlene ticket stamp set because it's tickets, of course. And then while I was looking for bugs and specimen and things on Amazon, I came across these 2 stamp sets by the Emporium. And this is stamp set 1 with the bugs on. This is what I came across first. And then as I scrolled down and it says, oh, people that have brought this item as well. And I was like, oh, what's that? And then, so there's the figure 1 stamp, and then there's figure 2 and figure 3. And it comes with this gorgeous glass dome and the specimen, poisonous and botany, which I just love. And the bugs as well. So I purchased those off of Amazon. So they are, I now have an Amazon storefront. So I don't need to keep linking all the links in the description box. I can just link my storefront, and everything I have ever purchased from Amazon is in my storefront. It will be in one of the sections somewhere. Excuse me. So yeah, there's a stamp section, there's a stencil section, there's inks, there's Elizabeth Craft Design, Tim HOLTZ. There's a section for everything. So everything will be in there. I just went through my basket over the last, I don't know how many years, and just added everything that I've ever purchased from there. So here is the 2 stamp sets, which are really cool. They are called, I think they've got a name. So this one is Emporium Beetles, and this one is the Emporium Botany. So yeah, if you search, oh, I mean, you don't have to, they're in my storefront, but if you don't want to go through my storefront, then just search Craft Constorium or the Emporium Premium Collection. So if I hold them there for a minute, just so you can see, screen grab or something, so you've got the names. And yeah, they're really cool stamps. I really like them. So, oh, I've got a frog in my throat for some reason. So yeah, this next few videos is going to be a specimen and grunge. And I absolutely can't wait. I'm going to be experimenting on acetate and all sorts of things. I have got, I've forgotten the name. When they go through the hot machine, I bet you're all screaming at me. They're called, ah, I've got brain fog. Laminating sheets. That's what they're called. Yeah, so I've got laminating sheets. So I'm going to do some stuff with those as well. I have already die cut. Like I said, I was playing all weekend. I have already die cut some of my favourite specimen slides from Elizabeth Craft Designs, the tall ones. I have also cut out some of the small ones with the Tim Holtz Chapter 3 die. So I've got that colour, 3 different kinds of colours. I've done the same with the big dies as well. So I've got the green and those colours. And then I also thought I would do some of the file folders, so I cut out 3 colours of those as well. So I've got lots of things to play with. So let's get on with making some specimen slides. Right, so here's one I made earlier in the true words of Blue Peter, and I hole punched a hole for an eyelet, and I put one of my lovely little dangles hanging off it as well. Also added some of the curator snippets, and I stamped field notes on just some paper and just inked, distressed it, and then put it in. And then here I have one of my little pieces that I made in my previous video, and just some Tim Holtz ephemera, and I laminated one of the moths as well. So yep, let's get on and make some more. I have slightly changed them as to earlier. What I have done is I have put them back through my Big Shot, and I have cut a hole in the other side. So as you can see, the die comes with the hole in one side. So all I done was, so when you cut it normally and it comes out like this with one hole cut. So then all I do is I just lift and turn it over, and then masking tape it down, make sure it's all fitted in there properly, masking tape it down, and then put it back through your Big Shot, and you've got the 2 holes for the proper transparent slide. So right, I'm going to do one of these now. So first off, what I want to do is I want to ink it and distress it. So I'm going to use vintage oxide distress for that, and I'm just going to go around the outside. Now I also ink around the inside of the aperture as well, just in case it is, you know, you was a little bit out, I was a little bit out, and a little bit showing, then at least it's all going to be the same colour. See, just like that, it's a little bit off, but I don't mind. Right, so that's the vintage photo. I'm now going to go over with a little bit of, oh, I've used the wrong dobber, never mind, a little bit of ground espresso. Got something sticky, there it is, on my finger. Just around the edges. I want these to be really, really grungy. Right, so that's the inking, and now I want to do some stamping. So, right, so I do want the collection of specimens on here somewhere. I might put it down there. And I'm going to stamp this in the Nocturne. Perfect. Script stamp, so I'm going to use the big one out of Entomology. And I think I'm just going to do frayed burlap with this because I just kind of want it in the background, and I'm not stamping all over it. I'm just going to stick it down like that, and then that side as well. And then if I've missed anywhere, perfect. Right, I'm just going to go over that with the heat tool, because now I'm going to get my water spray, and I'm just going to spray it in my hands and then just drop. And this is why, I mean, this does this with just normal distress, but this is why I wanted to use oxide. So I'm going to quickly go over with the heat tool. I'm not going to completely dry it. I'm just going to help it along its way, help it get activated. And now I'm going to take some kitchen roll and just lift. Ah, and look at that. That is exactly what I wanted. Even though it's run some of the writing, I don't care. I honestly don't care. This, I love this oxidization that you get. It's, I love it. Right, now, I'm just going to put that aside for a minute, and I'm going to pick a bug. Let's see, what one shall we have? Shall we do this one? No, I think I'm going to want one in white. Yeah, maybe that one. Oh, that one's cute as well. I did make sure that I cut multiple of the same bug, because what I want to do is, as the same as on this one, I want to stick them back to back, so it's the same on both sides. So first off, I'm going to use because I've only done these, I've only cut these out of copier paper, so I can use my glue stick, because I think the art glitter glue will be a little bit too much. Oh, I've got his antenna. Uh-oh. And now I'm just going to take the other one. And the good thing about using the glue stick is you've got time to manipulate it and move it around. And then if you want to as well, you can just, because obviously I cut these by hand, so they're not going to be cut identical. Perfect. Oh, that's a little bit big down there. Nope, that's fine. I'll leave that like that. Ah, I love it. It's so cute. Now, I'm just going to go just a little bit round the edges. See, I've not gone dark at all, but I do want, oh, put my lid back on this before it dries out. I do want a little bit more of an orange effect, unlike the muted vintage photo you get from the oxide. That's better. Just on the tips of the antennas, just on the tips of the wings. Perfect. Right, so I have glued double-sided these because I want to laminate them and I don't want to waste a whole sheet. So I thought I would double-side a few different ones. Got a little ant here as well, and then I'm going to put them through I'm going to ink them and put them through my laminator. I have I've got some A4 sheets, but I also got some A6 and some A5 sheets came with the actual laminator as well, so that's cool. And I think I'm only, mind you, no, I'm going to put them in the A5 because I'm going to need some of the space round them to go around the edge. So it's not a close fit because obviously it's going to fall through. Right, so I'm going to ink them up, and I think I'm going to carry on inking with just the distress in vintage photo, because I want the yellowy tinge that sometimes you just don't get with oxide, which is fine because I do love the chalky effect of the oxide, but sometimes, you know, when I just want some grunge. I mean, you could always go in with your distress sprays and colour the insects and the moths and the butterflies, or get your watercolours out and paint them. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave them on the vintage paper and the white paper. Just going to leave them distressed. But I have to say, the ladybug would look really cool. Oh, forgot to do that side if it was red. It really would. Right, so I'm going to put my laminator on. I think I'm going to lay them this way. And he's going sideways anyway. Alright, so I'm just gonna spread them out a little bit, because I want to make sure that I've got enough room to cut. Around. Perfect. And now we're ready. We've got the green light. Right, gotta be careful because I don't want to move them. Right, before I put that in, I'm gonna move these into the middle a little bit. I'd rather have too much than not enough space. Perfect. Right, now feed it in until you feel some resistance. I love this machine. I'm just going to keep hold of it until it feeds through. And there we go. And we have some double-sided laminated bugs. Now obviously you don't need the laminating machine, don't believe you do. You can buy the laminating sheets and you can put them on your ironing board between 2 sheets of baking paper and get your iron out and iron your laminated sheets together, as long as there's some baking paper in between the laminated sheets, then it will be absolutely fine. So yeah, you don't need a laminated machine. You also don't need to laminate them at all. You can just put them between 2 pieces of Perspex or the packaging that you get your stamps in. So this kind of packaging, just sort of like cut off the top, cut off the bottom, and then you can just put it between 2 sheets of those. So yeah, you don't have to do this. This is just what I'm doing. Right, so I'm gonna get me big scissors. And I'm going to cut straight down the middle. Let me get rid of that. Right, now I've got the squares of the holes. So as long as that is over the bug, then I know I need a little bit off the top, sides and bottom. Because then I know I'll be able to glue or double side tape around there. So I'm going to speed this up and cut all these out. And what you could also do is, oh, I've got inky fingers, you could also get your teeny toadstools and your splatter stamp and get your little files. I think I'm going to do it on this one, and I'm going to grab my where are you? Ah, it's fallen. I'm going to grab my Saddle Brown Stays On ink, and you could just put some little splatters on, make it look a little bit old. Let it dry. That one slid a little bit. And if you're quick, you can wipe it off, because you've got to be really careful. So I'll just use it. Sorry, it's my crafting jumper. Don't panic. Yeah, because it does slide. So when you're stamping, just quick and then release. Right, so I'm just going to put those aside and let that dry. Right, and now I'm going to get my slide back. It's gone all curly on me. Right, so the one I'm going to put in here, and shall I use tape? Right, so I'm going to use some double-sided tape, but I can't find my thin one, so I'm just going to cut some of this. Let's try it with the big scissors. Perfect. All right, now I'm just going to get my little pokey tool. And what one shall I put in here? I like this one. So this is the front. Make sure that it's centered. Doesn't matter if it hangs over the edge, because you can always trim it. Just like that. I'll take some more tape. Put that along the bottom. These down the sides, and then we just want a little smidgen across the top here. That tape's really sticky. One. Come on, come on, come on. That's it. Right, now, before I close it up, I'm going to get my art glitter glue and I'm just going to go round, just round the bottom. Like that. And now we can close it up. That's it. And there we have a pocket slide where you could even put your other little specimens inside if you wanted to. Right, so now we're going to decorate. And let's move these little bugs out of the way first. Right, so whilst I was doing some stamping and cutting, I also did the specimen and the field notes as well, field labels. And I did some tickets. All right, let's see what we've got. Botanical. I cut some of the Elizabeth Craft Designs stamps out as well. There's a field notes one. Yep, there's that. Nature Finds. I will list below every stamp set I used for all these. Oh, I like that one. We've got Specimen, that's an Elizabeth Craft Design. We've got some numbers, snippets as well. So which one of these do I want to use? I think I'm going to use the Specimen first, to go with the collection of specimens. And I'm just going to go around the edge with some vintage photo. And then again, because it's just on copier paper, I'm just going to use my glue stick. I'm going to bring it down a bit because I might want to put just a little stamp across there. Or I might want to put my I don't think we need any more specimen. I do like the numbers though. So these numbers are Elizabeth Craft Design as well. They're from the Art Journal collection. But like I said, I will link everything I've used down below. Let's put that just there. I'm just roughening it up a little bit with my scissors. Oh, I don't want to put that on the back. Yeah, I'm going to put that on the back. Because it fits in there perfect. No, I don't think I'm going to use one of those. Nope. Right, let's put those aside for a minute. And so let's give these a little ink. And then just a little distress. And I just found this little 5. And I thought, you are going on this specimen slide. I'm going to put him right here. Perfect. Right, a bit more ink in. I should really distress first, shouldn't I? Because then I'm inking twice, which is ridiculous. But it's just the way I've always done it. Don't fall on the floor. Right, now I'm not even going to distress this because it's too teeny. Right, so there are those. I don't know if I want this. I do, but I am going to ink it because it looks like it's just like got a spotlight on it. And there's a perfect gap there for it. Oh, we've got some spillage. Right, so that looks perfect on there. And now, let's put the lid back on this. Now I want to do a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to use my Kathy Holden Sign Here stamp set. Right, so first off I want this one. And because I'm going for the like orangey, yellowy, vintagey vibe, I'm going to use my Saddle Brown Stays On. Oh, is that, oh, so that's under the stamp. That'll do, perfect. And I'm just gonna, like that. Other side, other side. Right, now I want inspected as well. Inspected, but I'm going to use the Versified Clair for this. And I'm going to put it this side, I think. And what else do we have? I like the received stamp. So we could put that just there. And I think that's enough stamps. Might put a signature on the back. Just like that. Just like that. Perfect. Right. That's all I'm going to need for stamping. Right, I'm going to get my crocodile. And I'm going to pop a hole in there. Have a fish round in my eyelets and my brads. I think I'm going to put a silver one on this, which is strange because I've done, it's very orangey. Oh, there's a, no, that's a silver one. There's a gold. Oh, there's an antique bronze one. I think we'll use that one. Yes. Right. Perfect. Let's put those to a side. And now we're going to pick. That's a bit too big. Oh, I do like these. And not on this one because oh, they're just too cool. Claim check maybe. Maybe. There we go. And that is that. And then you can fill it with some ephemera. Let's see what I have. Let's take this out of here and put him in here. And you can put in a journal card or some tags or anything you want. Absolutely anything you want. And here are your Specimen slide pockets. I love them. They're so cool. They're so cool. You don't have, I mean, you know, you don't have to make it a pocket if you don't want to. You can just close it all up, or you can flip it round and cut the same hole in the bottom as well. You can just leave it as a book and make it as a little journal. Possibilities are endless with this die. I absolutely love it, and I love these as well. They're just so cool. So thank you everybody for being here. I'm going to have to go and see to my dogs because they're barking at something and they're shouting. Clearly want my attention. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. I am going to be around a lot more now that I've tidied my craft room and everything. So my cheer's back. Yay, winning. And yeah, I'm also going to be posting a lot more on Instagram as well, so keep your eyes out. But for now, I'll see you all next time. Bye.